Welcome to Overthinking with Karmen. I'm your host, Karmen Michael Smith, the overthinker in chief, spiraling publicly so you don't have to. We're in the final stretch of summer. Teachers are already heading back to the classrooms. Students are prepping for their return. Vacation out of the office replies are ending, and all those planning sessions are starting. And for many of us, traffic is picking up again. Not just on the road, but in our minds. And if I can be honest with you, there's a low, steady hum in the air. It's not just the sound of transition, it's fatigue. It's that deep soul tired. It's that I don't know if I have it in me to start again kind of tired. And that's what I want to spiral about this week. See, we started this year together talking about spirals and disruption, rest, and becoming. And lately I've noticed something in conversation after conversation after conversation. A lot of us aren't just tired. We're grieving. Yes, grieving, because there's been loss. Loved ones, jobs, relationships, illusions. But there's also been another kind of death. The quiet endings. The dreams that didn't happen. The relationships that couldn't evolve. The friendships that faded. The people who left or who stayed but changed. And grief, even when we don't call it that, makes decision making almost impossible. That's why I want to bring up the HALT method. HALT, H-A-L-T. See, HALT says, don't make a big decision when you are hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. And let's be real, most people are all four. So what do you do when you know something's gotta change, but your energy can't meet your urgency? That's what this episode is about. Because the question right now isn't what's next. It's why would you keep going at all? See, we've talked about what's next. We've made vision boards. We've talked about rest and strategy and surrender. But this moment, this mid-year moment, this late summer spiral isn't asking you, what are you doing? It's asking you why. Why are you in that job? Why are you staying in that relationship? Why are you putting pressure on yourself? Why are you performing the life you don't even enjoy? And listen, I know this answer isn't simple. Because yes, you have bills, you have responsibility, you have kids, you have rent, you have food, you have medical needs, you have stuff. We like to call that adulting. All those responsibilities and obligations and all the stuff. But here's the disruptive truth. The life you want, or let's relanguage that, the life you desire, will cost you the life that you have. And disruption, I've said this before, even in the book, isn't a moment. Disruption is a lifestyle. It's where you voluntarily see these things coming and begin to disrupt your own life. You know, the one you've built, but you're maintaining through a lot of debt. Now, let's really spiral. Let's talk about why you're still stuck in trying to maintain the life that you say you don't even love or even want. And I want to offer this to you gently, but directly. There are only ever two choices in life. Love or fear. Not love or hate. Not right or wrong. Not dream or doubt. Just love or fear. When I'm coaching people, when I reflect back to them, hey, this sounds like fear. Almost immediately, they're right into resistance. I'm not scared. I'm not afraid. That's not it. But let's be clear. Scared is a feeling. Fear is a spirit. Scared is situational. Fear is systematic. Scared is standing on the diving board. Fear is draining the pool before you ever get there. And the Bible says God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:7. So if the voice in your head is full of fear, worst case scenarios, doomsday, if your why not list is rooted in anxiety, not clarity, then that's not a sound mind. That's fear. Because you cannot choose fear and call it faith. You cannot walk into love while holding hands with fear. And I say this with compassion because I've been there just a couple of days ago. See, we say we want freedom. You know, that soft life. We say we want love and we want the softness and we want to be our authentic selves and live a life of leisure. But we forget the soft life requires hard choices. Most people don't move forward because they're unclear about their why. Or worse, they are clear and they're afraid to claim it. So let me ask you, why do you want the life you say you want? What's the actual fear keeping you from it? What do you gain by staying where you are? What would it cost you to leave? What is it costing you to stay? Because that's the real work, the internal, spiritual, soul level work. And like I say in my book, The 4 Laws of Disruption, disruption is not about chaos for chaos's sake. It's about clarity, and clarity demands truth. So here's your invitation. This week, don't just ask what you want. Ask yourself, why do I want it? And if the answer is rooted in love, in calling, in conviction, then go get it. Go become it. Go walk toward it. But if the answer is rooted in fear, then maybe that's where the work begins. My fellow overthinkers, as always, thank you for letting me spiral with you. And if this episode spoke to you, share it. Send it to someone who's stuck. Send it to someone who's tired. Someone who's questioning everything. And remember, God has not given us a spirit of fear, so you don't have to live in one. Let love be the loudest voice. And as always, may you question your narratives. May you live without fear. And may disruption be the catalyst for your liberation. Until next time, keep spiraling forward.